Game at Cardinia Park gets underway in perfect conditions, and the Cats in the first quarter going left to right after Bairstow won the toss. Barnes down to Hocking, and he's met solidly in the middle by Stanfield. Comes to a full stop, and the ball is caught in there.
Come on, umpire, blow the whistle.
He's picked out a free kick to the Cats.
30 seconds too late.
You would have bet on that.
Hocking goes with a little hand pass to Hinkley running past. His kick is beautiful, right onto the chest of Riccardi, leading up from, well, forward pocket, near full forward.
Looks like he's playing a different role here this afternoon at Cardinia Park. Peter Riccardi, better known as a wingman, but has been picked up by Mark Hunter by the half-forward flank or forward pocket.
Peter Riccardi from 48 metres out goes for goal and gets the first in the first minute. Well, big start for the Cats, Bernie. They needed that.
They did. I thought the umpire took a long time before awarding that free kick in the centre there. There's a congregation of about 15 to 20 players over the ball. As you see that in the replay, Riccardi, very good lead. He is quick. He may give Hunter plenty of problems there. It looks like he's lining up in the forward pocket. Hunter may not have the pace to go with him.
So a good start for the Cats. Wine playing his 100th game versus Barnes. Not a decisive hit out. Cats come through centre wing with a quick kick down towards half forward. Hickmott was there. Good play by Hawkins. He races after it again. It was good football by the Footscray star. A good mark taken at half back by Tim McGrath.
Playing centre half back, picking up Matthew Croft.
Croft was in good form last week against the Tigers. And McGrath to centre wing, was thumped away by Stanfield. Barnes went without it, then tried to tap it on Couch. Onto the left foot, swings it down towards half forward. The Cats, there was a holding decision to Ablett. He plays on and slams it through. Great play by the Geelong champ. So Geelong really starting off with a bang here. 2 quick goals, Footscray yet to score.
Yes, and a very big job there for young Danny Southern playing at full back on last year's champion, Gary Ablett, who did kick last year 124 goals. So a quiet week last week for Gary Ablett, only kicking 2 against Melbourne. He was under some sort of injury cloud, but started off brilliantly here this afternoon.
That's right, these 2 cars.
2 quick goals to the Cats. Barnes in the middle, bounces up nicely for Bairstow. Whistle's gone. And something off the ball here by the second or third umpire.
Free kick against Steve Wallace, who is picking up Paul Couch. Umpire Dennis Rich awarding that free kick to Couch. And there's the umpire in the Geelong forward zone.
Ablett offers a dummy lead. Couch goes longer. In the direction of Ablett. He waits at the back. Wine got a hand to it. Out towards the boundary line. Riccardi leads the race and will get a free kick. Well, it's a bad free kick against Hunter. Peter Riccardi, who kicked the first goal of the game in the first minute. Nearly gets the distance. Big leap and a great mark taken down there by Handon.
Well, ominous signs very early for Footscray. They are having plenty of problems around the middle of the ground because 3 centre square bounces has been taken away every time by Geelong. The mark taken by Handley, who's playing at centre half forward on Stanfield. Very tight angle, probably will go for the banana kick, I would think.
Sunscreen on the fair skin. Ball across the face or behind. Well, fantastic start by the Cats, who were absolutely flogged last week by 65 points by Melbourne, and they've made exactly the start they needed.
Some of the matchups through. Liberatore is running with Mark Bairstow, Steve Wallace on Paul Couch, and Steve Crediuk on Gary Hocking.
Danny Southern looking for Wine. Thump further afield by Brewer. That was good play as the Cats go forward once again. Was it a mark? No, the umpire calls play on. Eventually it's forced through for a behind to Geelong.
Mansfield flying high there. Pete just couldn't hold that ball long enough, but he's a noted high flyer, Michael Mansfield.
Good player. 2-2 to nothing. Southern again, beautiful kick to the half-back line, typical West Australian. Thumped away for Footscray. That was by Crediuk. Still a chance though for Hickmott as he gets in the hand pass. Now here's Brewer. Brewer goes into all. Hocking was caught high. Umpire calls play on Bairstow.
Oh.
And in fact, the ball will go back to the original kick for Hocking. It was certainly caught too high. A real little go at Gary Hocking. Oh, look at that, right round the head from Liberatore. In towards full forward. Southern comes across the face of goal. Reynolds, good backup support. The halfback is Pretial. But he brings it around towards Sexton. Gets a poor bounce, but I think it beat him over the line anyway, so throwing it still at half forward for the Cats.
Gee, until Footscray brought it out of defence then, it was 11 possessions to 1 in favour of Geelong. So Footscray had hardly touched the ball while the Cats had kicked the first couple of goals. Here's West for Footscray. Goes back with his hand pass to the Hawk. Doug Hawkins. His kick up towards centre wing. Sexton gets underneath the ball. Going back there is Colbert. On the turn. It gets through almost to Forsman. Atkins got a fingernail to it. Hurriedly out of defence by Wine to centre wing. And it beats Wallace over the boundary line for a throw-in. Centre wing. Jam-packed crowd at Cardinia Park. Bulldogs haven't had a good record. They've won just once here in the last 20 years. Their last victory in 1985.
Footscray's already made a move in defence with Hunter being moved off Riccardi, and he's being picked up now by Jason Watts.
Lee's Brewer, he held it a long time. Good umpiring decision. Had plenty of time to get rid of that. We'll come back to centre wing, and this is Leon Cameron. Now Cameron, oh, good kick, a well-weighted kick to the half-forward line, and Pretial took the mark over the back of Couch. Stephen Pretial. Now, the best thing that can happen to Footscray here is a quick goal in reply. He brings it in towards half-forward. Ooh, courage had to be shown, and it was shown by Lee Colbert as he ducked back to take that mark. This is across the face of goal to O'Reilly. O'Reilly finds Barnes. Barnes cleverly moves it further afield. This is McGrath. McGrath to Hocking. Stephen Hocking from half-back. Looking for his brother, Gary. Gary swings onto that left boot. He kicks well on the left. He's looking for Ablett. Ablett at the back. Read it beautifully. And as the ball floated in the air, he had superb judgment, Rudy.
Yes, well, he's a champion. We know that, Peter. There's no doubt about that. Gary Ablett has kicked 713 career goals, including the one this afternoon. Friday afternoon last week. But already he's had plenty of opportunities. Ball being moved very quickly into this Geelong forward line.
Here he goes for his second, and Geelong's third, which would be a great start. Ablett, it starts to swing back. It's a goal. So the Geelong champ has kicked 2, and the Cats are looking good. 3-2. Footscray yet to score.
Game at Cardinia Park with just under 11 minutes remaining to quarter time, and there's no addition to the score.
20 points to 0. Footscray, well, they look very ordinary as we see on screen. Scott Allen maybe about to come on. That's Barnes, the big flyer, taken away by Mansfield. They look pretty desperate, Geelong. To the half-back line, up they go. It hits the deck. Oh, look at the skill of Hawkins. Magnificent play by Dougie Hawkins. Beautiful football. And he finds Keenan Reynolds.
Pete Grigich off for the Footscray side, and Scott Allen on number 30.
Putting a bit more mobility onto the forward line, I think, there. Keenan Reynolds.
Well, pretty hard on the big bloke so far. The ball certainly hasn't been up in the forward line.
No, dead right. 50 metres from goal. This is Keenan Reynolds, former Essendon player. Oh, beautiful looking kick. Will it clear the pack? It doesn't. Or does it? Yes, it does. It's a goal. Oh, get a tight one. So Footscray badly needed goal. I really thought that held up. The goal umpire in perfect position to see it. And a handy goal to the Bulldogs.
He's just looking at that windsock. Maybe slightly favouring Geelong at this stage. I would think so. Not a bad kick there by Keenan Reynolds from about 50 metres. There we see it again, but the goal had already been awarded. Not a prolific goal scorer, Keenan Reynolds. That's only his 25th goal in 58 games.
Barnes against Wine. Oh, beautiful. The Cats out of the middle. Barnes to Hocking. He puts it wide on the bounce for Ablett. Great hands, Gary Ablett. Number 3 coming up. What a goal! Can you get a goal quicker than that out of a centre bounce?
Well, the thing, Drew, at the moment, Footscray being absolutely murdered around the centre square. Now, Steve Pretial has the job on Gary Hocking, but Gary Hocking is timing his run perfectly as we see Gary Ablett swing that one around his body. Great goal by Ablett. But just the run of Gary Hocking was timing it to perfection with the hit out from Barnes. Treatyhook must stand at the other side, I think, to cut off the run of Gary Hocking, which he's doing now.
Well, they are being thrashed, as you said, burning out the centre. That is very, very important in modern day football. There's Barnes with a big thump towards half-forward. Handley beating Stanfield, still going on with it. Handley, good effort. Here's Mansfield now. Well, they're more desperate at the moment, Geelong. Now Couch caught, drops it as he went to handball. Taken by Forsman. Forsman trying to get it out to Mansfield, and he takes it over the line. Half-forward for the Cats.
Look at that, Peter. Centre bounce 6 to Geelong, 0 to Footscray. And that's where it's all being won at the moment.
Well, there's Wills and Simpson warming up. Handley and Wine. Forsman got it very easily on the left foot. Brings it in towards Ablett. Ablett and Riccardi at the back. Thumped down by Southern. Still in danger because it's kicked off the ground for Geelong. That was by Kane Little. Kicked in mid-air, actually. Puts it through for a behind. So 4-3 to a goal. Certainly the scoring in his right of screen. They're kicking a little bit further that way.
Southern kicks in towards the outer side, and the mark's taken by Reynolds, who's the only goal scorer for Footscray, and here he is behind halfback. The kick just barely over halfback to Wallace. 27 plays 6, and Geelong 4-3 to 1 goal, thrashing the Dogs at the moment. Kicked by Wallace, short of centre half forward. Barnes doing a superb job. The tap to Hinkley. He might have taken clean possession then, but he tapped on. Brewer gets the ball up the ground. West fumbles. Couch, a little hand pass to Bairstow. Went behind him. West gets back there. Atkins for Footscray. Gets a bit of support from Hunter. Bounces the kick to half forward. Ball knocked on by Croft. Beveridge. Inside the 50, Luke Beveridge. Does pretty well there. Centering kick, no mark to Stanfield. Forsman gets back there. Blind hand pass. Barnes finds himself 10 metres in the clear. And away go the Cats. A bounce by John Barnes. The kick up towards half forward. Handley, but chopping in there is Wallace to see the ball towards the boundary line. Couch, sweeping hand pass. It's great play. Little bend prominent. Up towards the forward pocket. Riccardi, half volley, no mark. Chance for the Cats still. Gary Hocking, 40 metres out. The hand pass is good. Mansfield has time and kicks a goal. I'd like to be on the Cats, and we've only been playing 8 minutes.
Yeah, superb play by Geelong. Well done. Starting on the wing here. There's a very good tackle from Tony Liberatore on Gary Hocking, but starting on the wing with the long hand pass, brilliant hand pass from Paul Couch, setting up that play into the forward line.
That is, there's 8 minutes to go. We've been playing about 17 minutes.
Well, they look fairly switched on, don't they? And they're tackling, racing, running, chasing. All the hard things they're doing at the moment. Geelong Footscray look very, very ordinary. And Atkins have really got to get him firing out of the middle. As we see, racing back to take the mark, Kenny Hinkley. Been a good player for the Cats up. He's coming from Fitzroy. Now here's McGrath, has also been a reject. Good footballer. And Mansfield way out there at centre wing. Still going on with it. Oh, he taps that back beautifully to Couch. That's good team play, this. Back to Mansfield. Away they go again. Where's Ablett and Riccardi? It's Riccardi. Wine getting himself into the hole at half-back. Almost a mark.
Ooh.
Oh, gee, it could have been played there to Hickmott. Kicked away by Hawkins. Towards centre wing. Umpire calling play on. Steve Wallace battling hard. Gets it to Reynolds. Keenan Reynolds around the corner. Brings it to half-forward. Sexton sets himself. Tapped down by Lee Colbert. Still Sexton. That's good play by the centre half forward. Taken by Liam Pickering. Pickering on the left foot to half forward. Oh, the pressure on there. Taken by Reynolds. Reynolds to Hunter. He's been harassed from all directions. Oh, look at the skill of Hawkins. That is beautiful football by Dougie Hawkins to centre wing. Up they go. The ball hits the deck. Going on with it is Hinkley. Trying to get in a hand pass. Dispossessed. Racing him. That was good play for Footscray then by Scott Allen. And eventually Leon Cameron brings it to the centre of the ground. And it is, the mark has been taken down there for the Bulldogs. Half forward is Grant. Socket off the ground by Grant. There's no one down there in the forward pocket. Racing back after it and sockering it through for a behind for Geelong was Hocking.
There's not much urgency out there from John Barnes. And Chris Grant was, the ball was in limbo. And Chris Grant and John Barnes. I thought Barnes may have been able to get there with a little bit more urgency.
It's a long player who kicked it, of course, and behind the Footscray.
So Riley's kick into Pickering. He takes possession and beats his man Sexton easily. The kick up towards the centre. Barnes gets underneath it. Cameron can't take the mark. Taps for Hawkins. It's grabbed by Hickmott. Back to Gary Hocking. The Cats on the burst again. On the bounce to Ablett. Not quite the perfect hands this time. Sexton across the half-back line he goes. Gary Hocking in the van again. Support from Little, the youngster. Hocking takes it. Centering kick is good.
The umpire's given the free, Drew. Yes, free kick against Clinton Reynolds.
Mansfield.
An afterthought, I think, with that one. I think Clinton Reynolds gave himself up. Let's have a look what Reynolds does. Puts the hands up in the air, said, hang on. I think I may have pushed him in the back.
Michael Mansfield's kicked one already. Ablett's kicked three. Riccardi's kicked one. And the Cats lead 33-7 at the 20-minute mark in the first quarter. Mansfield, distance no problem. Accuracy is way to the left.
So Michael Mansfield played a number of positions, has filled in at full forward a couple of times.
Kick six against Collingwood one day
was
at Victoria
Park.
Park.
And helped win the game. Very big win on that occasion. Danny Southern with a big job on Ablett. Ablett's already kicked three. Now 2 Geelong versus 1 Footscray. Handley gets it to ground. Umpires found a free kick. Will go to Hunter for holding the man. Mark Hunter. Really need to get something moving there. Looks pretty static at the moment. Now there's big Griggage.
Oh, he's played the mark.
Played the mark.
Not wearing the gloves this year, Big Ilya.
Doesn't he look better for it too?
We're a traditional, so you put.
Yep. So we see Steve Wallace. The half-foot Barnes, the big fist from behind. Liberatore was there. It's sweeping on the ball was Hinkley. Geelong through Hinkley again. Hinkley comes to ground. That could be holding the ball. It is. He had a chance to get rid of it. And he was caught red hot. Leon Cameron. The half-forward, they're getting well beaten at the moment. Croft yet to come into the game. The kick out wide. Now this is Barry Stanfield. Now he should give a short one here. He does. That's a beautiful kick for half-forward. Taken by Credior. Credior into Croft, and he marks it well. It plays on, races into goal. That's good football, and he's put it through. Excellent play.
He's good use of the body there, Matthew Croft.
Mind and Barnes. Give the points clearly to Barnes, who gets it to Hocking once again. Couch bounces off a defender. Out to Little, an 18-year-old who's had a good first quarter. Ablett a chance in the pocket. Oh, right. He thought about playing on, and he made mincemeat of Southern then.
Well, it's just a bit of a football lesson at the moment for Daniel Southern.
Well, I'd be thinking about a move already, Miss Burney, because he is outclassing Southern.
Well, something has to happen in the middle, because every time, look at the centre
I know,
backs.
they're being thrashed in the centre.
7-0.
Right.
So what can a fullback do when the ball's coming down?
But he was one out then. He had a chance to spoil, and he was just thrashed for in that incident.
Ablett a chance for his fourth goal in the first quarter. 40 metres out, but he's away to the right with this one.
His first miss, 3 goals, 1 to Gary Ablett.
Well, really, Geelong are wasting it. They really should be about 7 or 8 goals in front on the amount of play they've had.
It's not perfection at the moment, so you'd still give Footscray a chance.
Well, it's a scoring in. They're definitely kicking the ball longer right of screen by about 10 metres. So there's Keenan Reynolds, who we all thought might line up on the champ, Gary Ablett. Been a good player for Footscray the last couple of years. Reynolds is handling the big fist away. Forsman trying to get on his left foot. Now onto the right. Now onto the left. Trying to swing it back. It starts to swing. Will it get there? Play on, so it's a goal. Umpire called play on. Goal to Geelong. Forsman.
Great kick by Forsman from just inside the 50. And again, we see Geelong just asserting their authority. Their midfielders and their on-ballers have had a big influence on the game. Certainly swinging in from left to right there, that kick. Umpire signalling all clear. A bit of shepherding going on in the goal square. Well done by Gary Ablett.
11 scoring shots to 3, the Cats. Barnes wins in the middle again. Bairstow this time doesn't take clean possession. Liberatore's got it, but he gives it up now to Brewer. Brewer, runner-up in last year's Magarey in South Australia. Riccardi front position. Peter Riccardi, who we've known as a wingman, playing in the forward pocket. Punched away by Hunter. Atkins out here on the wing on Little. Youngster down there, Watts, playing his second game. All out, we'll have a throw in. There at the centre break.
8-0, that's amazing. The other thing, Barnes doing quite well in that centre square also with the hit downs and getting him on most occasions to Gary Hocking.
So that stat's so one-sided. You're going to win the game.
There he is again to Hocking.
Yeah. Player Gary Hocking to Bairstow. Oh, have a look at that. Riccardi.
Arms locked. What a mark, Peter Riccardi.
Oh, brilliant one-hander, slips catch. Now, the danger's on here because Ablett's leading out wide. Now, let's see what the Geelong champ can do. Use of the body. Oh, he nearly got it too. Taken away by Cameron. Cameron swings onto the left hand eventually. Hawkins is playing well. Gets it across to Reynolds. Keenan Reynolds. Kicks it wide, but the mark taken there by Brewer. Shane Brewer. Half forward. Give it to Barnes, and he's, oh, look at Barnes sitting there on his own. It's a poor play by Wine not to pick him up. Wine had gone back to centre-half back.
Poor play or unfit? Wine is getting the greatest father of a thrashing of all time.
Well, you could be quite right. He's got that knee heavily bandaged. They're probably playing when he's 70% fit through. As we see, John Barnes, the former bobber, shocking kick. It's a wobbly one, but luck's a fortune because waiting in front of the pack. Well, it's not luck. He read it well. Michael Mansfield, he's marked about 20 metres out from goal, slight angle.
Well, that's something that the defenders must be aware of also, Peter, if the ball doesn't come off the boot all that well. Going for that little bit of extra distance there, John Barnes.
Mansfield has kicked one. Should not miss this one. Almost directly in front. Left footer. Stabs, Columba hardly moves. It's a goal. So Geelong having a very, very good quarter. 7-5 plays 2-1.
There's 2 goals to Michael Mansfield, 3 to Gary Ablett. McCarty's kicked 1 and Forsman's kicked 1 for the Cats. There we see that very ordinary kick off the boot from John Barnes. It looked like it came off the inside of the boot there, Pete. So maybe just not holding the ball right over that right leg, as of course you should. But poor defensive play by the Bulldogs, not positioning themselves.
I thought you were going to mention the taught-in step for a second.
The taught-in step, I don't think he had that either.
Under a minute to quarter time, and Footscray will be pleased to hear the siren. Whistle's gone, and a Footscray free in the middle. Wine gets his first handball. Well, he had 4 possessions last week, and he's had 3 already, but getting a high. Croft.
He reads the play well, Croft.
Yeah, good kid, Matthew Croft.
He's got talent because he just reads that ball in flight so well.
Only 21 years of age. And has had some injury problems in the past.
And you're born with that ability to... If you can't read the play, then you're in big trouble.
A very good athlete. That's in his favour.
Matthew Croft kicked 5 goals from centre-half forward last week. Bulldogs squeaked home against Richmond. And he kicks right through that. A beautiful kick. And he's got 2 already. Made a great start and led by 28 points at quarter time and extended that to 36 points at half time. We rejoin the game at Cardinia Park at the start of the third quarter. Big job ahead of the Bulldogs to get back into this one. They trailed by 6 goals at half time, and perhaps it could have been more, such was the Cats' dominance in the first half. Here they go again. Barnes wins the tap, off to Hocking, wide to Ablett. He's behind this one though. Now it goes Goldwoods. Sexton gets back there and fumbles. Mansfield pulled off his kick. Riccardi fighting hard for it. Full hand pass up for Ablett. Chopped off though. Getting it out of there was Watts to Hunter. Hunter's kick is a poor one. Straight onto the chest of
Shocking
Barnes.
hand pass, Barnes.
It's intercepted. Comes to Wallace. Kick by Wallace to half forward. And Grant has been pretty quiet. Takes his first mark.
He hasn't really had many opportunities, Drew, with the way that the ball's been delivered into the forward line in his first half.
Chris Grant down to Steve Pretty. Hocking's been a good player. McGrath caught. Gets in a hand pass. It's at half forward. Grant working hard. And the umpires found a free kick to Grant for a holding decision. Gary Hocking doesn't like it. Ooh, Grant gets up aggressively. And is this at 50 metres? against Gary Hocking. And
having a few words to say and maybe thinking about getting the book out there.
He thought about the book, didn't he? And in fact, he went and spoke. Now, that's interesting. Mark Prince went and spoke to Chris Grant. I wonder if Gary Hocking's been reported there, because he did go out of his way to go back and speak to Chris Grant.
Are you sure, Peter, at this stage?
No, well, Chris Grant's directly in front anyway, and I think he's kicked the goal. He has. So a good start for the Bulldogs, just what they need.
Yes, what Chris Grant really needs to play well for Footscray to get back into this match.
Yes, the umpire is right.
Yes, so Gary Hocking, he was ineligible for the Brownlow in 1993 because of suspension. And here in round 2 in 1994, reported again.
Chris Grant reacted very, very strongly when he came up from the ground, so I just wonder if something happened when he hit the ground.
So Gary Hocking has gone in the book. It was this round at this venue last year when Gary Ablett went in the book, and in 2 weeks. Line beaten for it again by Barnes. Brewer. The Cats have been brilliant in the middle. Brewer's hand pass popped straight up in the air for Wine. And now onto the chest of Grant, who's taken his second mark in a minute after hardly seeing the ball in the first half. Wide out to Cameron. And the Bulldogs are not out of their depth yet. Leon Cameron goes for a long one. Right to the goal line. A terrific kick. That's
Look back to the goal square then, and there was no one back there for Footscray initially when Cameron got that ball. Short kick. Comes into half-back and Kenny Hinkley. Good start for Footscray because he'll give them a little bit of heart. Pickering. Half-back, or he gives it across to Couch, who's covered, or some good shepherding though from Stephen Hocking. Allows the kick to take place. Barnes bounces off, rings it down to Ablett. Oh, good play by Southern. Oh, that was excellent play, because Ablett had his name written all over the top of that one, and Southern's happy with himself. He saved a certain goal then.
That's well done by the young fullback. Here it is again in replay. Ablett out in front, looked a certain mark. Just getting that fingertips on it there, Danny Southern.
Hawkins was superb in the first half. He's had the best option.
The best evasive skills in the AFL, like Hawkins.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
He gets out of trouble, I remember those times.
Class. Absolute class.
It's kicked mark by Tim McGrath at centre wing. Handley. Too easy.
Well, isn't it?
Mark number 3 to Steve Handley. Not huge stats, but he has really competed, the sort of thing you really need at centre half forward, Peter. Player to compete, he's contested every issue.
He's been stiff with a couple where he's flown high and hasn't been paid.
He's kicked 1 goal 1. This from 50 metres. Looking good. Just away from it. 5 goals the margin. Bulldogs have scored the only goal of this quarter, so they're not out of it.
Yeah, here's Stanfield at the back. Fisted down. Quick kick was by Wallace. Gary Hocking is here, and his brother Stephen, crashes his way through Hocking. Gets in a hand pass. Wallace goes to ground. Liberatore working hard. And Liberatore's really been trying to play a stopping role instead of being creative. 2 and 2 for Liberatore. You wouldn't believe that at half-time, would you?
Well,
4 possessions.
He's tried to put Mark Bairstow out of the game.
Well, here's Couch and Forsman. Oh, cleverly done, Forsman. It was Wallace actually chased him and ran him down. Southern should take this through. He does. Good play. So we're behind to Geelong. The Cats move on to 11-9. Footscray 6-8. Kick from Southern. Out there for Reynolds, punched away by Handley. Here's Riccardi, keeps it in play. No, he doesn't. Throw it at half forward for Geelong.
So Scott Wine having a rest on the forward line also for the Bulldogs.
Stanfield, but Forsman for Geelong. 50 metres out. Raking left footer right to the goal line. Just tucks through for a behind. Cats having most of the play, but Footscray getting the only goal of this third quarter.
Maybe Stanfield doing the ruck work now for Footscray in this third quarter. Stanfield definitely doing the ruck work.
And Southern can kick a football. Brewer knocks to the front to Bairstow. Liberatore straight on him. It spills to Gary Hocking. Hocking on the turn. Great distance. Ablett wrestling with Southern. Nearly lands in Ablett's arms when he was on the ground. Riccardi, a hurried kick. Offline. Mark? Yes. No, out of bounds on the full. Out of bounds on the full.
Yes, I was like you, Drew, looking at the goal umpire. I thought he thought it was a mark. Band umpire said no. Mark Hunter. The half-back line. Attack develops. Barnes went to fist it. Taken away by Brewer. Brewer in towards the pocket. Hawkins read it well. Tried to lay the tackle. Hunter there also. More desperate play there by Footscray. A quick kick comes down towards full court. Handley back with the flight. Flies high. It's a loose ball. Socket off the ground. That was by Forsman. And he's kicked the goal. 12-10. Plays 6-8.
There's 2 goals now to Darren Forsman.
Calling the driver
We see it again in replay.
of a red Mazda.
Harry kick there from Little into the goal square. Hanley, as I said earlier, competing very well, and Forsman with a hurried kick off the ground. Terrific play by the Cats.
Line against Barnes. Once again, Barnes. Hickmott. Good hand pass to Couch. Straight to him. Couch just gets clear. His hand pass is taken backwards by Wallace. Now grabbed by Stanfield. Full stop and a great tackle by Forsman. Couch to Bairstow. 45 metres out. Bairstow hoists it high. Hooks it back too far. Still in the field of play. Riccardi keeps it in. Hawkins is there. Misses with his punch. Riccardi. It comes to Handley. A goal! He's offline. Or is he? It's a goal.
A bit happening behind play between Ablett and Doug Hawkins. There's a goal anyway to Steve Handley. He's kicked 2. I don't think Gary Ablett was all that happy with the attention there from Dougie Hawkins. In the meantime, Handley's taken the ball cleanly. The hurried snap has resulted in another Geelong goal. Footscray kicked the first goal after half-time. And Geelong has answered with the next 2. Here's this kick from Bairstow. Around the corner, into the goal square. Almost a mark to Riccardi. Good effort there from Riccardi. A hurried kick. Here we see Ablett and Hawkins clashing. And something happened behind play there that Gary Ablett wasn't all that happy about. And Handley, who's done a good job at centre-half forward, kicked the goal.
So we go back to the centre. Barnes is jumping high and doing very, very well. Wine. This is Kim Costa. He's already kicked the goal. Footscray player goes to ground. Costa in after it again. Hickmott is there with that mop of red hair. And the umpire will come in and bounce it. 13-10 to 6-8. Huge effort from Footscray to get back into this now. Barnes and Wine. Liberatore.
Good tackle, Bairstow.
Now, the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Bairstow, and he was legged. And the Geelong supporters very happy about that. Now he gives off a hand pass to Hinkley.
Too easy.
Yes, Hinkley to half forward to Riccardi. Oh, he trapped it beautifully. Puts it back to Hickmott. Now the long kick in towards Ablett direction. Handley's there also. Up he goes. Can't mark it. Hawkins to mop up. Oh, look at that. Good play from Hawkins. Finally Hunter might put this out on the full. Hickmott flies for it. Now, yes, it was touched before it went over. So there'll be a throw in at half forward for Geelong.
Cats double the Bulldogs score, 88 to 44. Handley having a purple patch. Thumps it long to Ablett. Southern punches away. Still a chance for the Cats. It's only 40 metres from goal. But they dash out of defence.
Oh, he ran about 30.
Took it a long way. Allen up towards the 50. Knocked out by O'Reilly. Grant slides a hand pass away. Croft does the shepherding.
In the back.
Yeah, it was in the back. A bit of a wrestle going on behind play here as well. The umpire has seen this and it's going to be a free kick.
Grant's put himself in this quarter, hasn't he?
Yes, he certainly tried to get this to spark something for the Bulldogs, Pete, in this third quarter. Playing across half forward. very few opportunities in the first half with the ball getting down there so slowly.
Thorpe started the game on the bench, kicked the goal virtually as soon as he came on the ground. This one's away to the left of the hump.
So the Bulldogs a monumental task to catch up. 7 goals won. O'Reilly, former West Australian. No, Malcolm Blight would like to settle those key back positions with McGrath and O'Reilly. Stephen Hocking, Liam Pickering. Hinkley does a lot of running from half-back. Here he goes. He loves these long runs, but this time he chips it in short. And he finds Forsman. Ablett's up the ground. Riccardi goes back and now leads. No mark as the ball hits the deck. Here's Ablett on the left foot. Gary Ablett. Oh, miraculous goal. Terrific effort. Goal number 6.
This match is part of the Fosters' 1994 AFL Premiership season.
Well, the Bulldogs got to within 5 goals in that third quarter, but once again the Cats drew away and led by 46 points at the last change. Let's go to some highlights of the last quarter, including a classic by Gary Ablett. Oh, clean possession, Gazza! Snap for goal, a beauty!
A hand pass to Brittore. Hocking wanted that ball. Hickmott slips over. He's got backup support though. They're running in numbers. Here's Bairstow. Races into goal, Mark Bairstow. And I think he's got it. Yes, he has. Big front position and wins it. Taps it down to Simpson. Simpson hooks it back in front of goal. Some body work going on here. Ablett is there. And Riccardi who kicks a goal and puts it through.
Kicked by Hunter. Wills. Bairstow unmarked 20 metres up the ground. It's Riccardi. He's got a chance. Or will he centre it? He goes for the goal and kicks a beautiful goal. 4 goals to Peter Riccardi. Well, the Cats put the foot on the gas and they kicked 7 goals to nothing in the last quarter to win by 88 points. Ablett finished with 7 goals, his best ever haul against Footscray, and incidentally the margin is the Cats' best ever over the Bulldogs. Handley kicked 4, Riccardi kicked 4, and for Footscray, Thorpe the leading goal scorer with 3. Gary Hocking reported by field umpire Mark Prince for striking Chris Grant with an open hand to the head in the third quarter, so it faced the tribunal during the week.
The 1994 AFL Premiership League Ladder, brought to you by Fosters.
Well, this is how the ladder looks, and North Melbourne, who have had a bye, so they're up there because of a countback from match ratio to percentage, even though Melbourne and Collingwood have both won 2 out of 2. It's a funny-looking league ladder. But we have North Melbourne, Collingwood, Richmond, Adelaide, West Coast, Geelong and Fitzroy. Of course, this year, a top 8. Hawthorn out of it. Essendon, last year's premiers down there, with Brisbane, Footscray, Sydney, Carlton and St Kilda. Now, next week, we go to Friday night action at the MCG, North Melbourne and Hawthorn, and what a game that should be. And the Hawks desperately need it after the weekend's thumping. On Saturday, St Kilda against Essendon, Richmond against the West Coast Eagles, and Fitzroy against Brisbane.